guys ever lust after other motorcycles? Yeah, that's what's been going on in my world lately, and there's no reason for it, because after having to replace the HVAC system in my house, there really isn't any money floating around to buy a new motorcycle. Not that I would keep this one. I have a, you know, I've made comments to other people before that I just can't justify having two motorcycles. Now, if I had one like a straight up dirt bike that you couldn't ride on the street, maybe I would have two, but really you can't ride two motorcycles at one time. That's kind of how I look at things. And but yeah, I have been binge watching YouTube videos and going on to dealer websites looking at motorcycles. And you know, there was a time within the last year or so that I had decided that my next motorcycle was going to be the Honda Africa Twin. But now I am questioning that decision, and I'm not sure why. I really can't say why, but I can say that the motorcycles that have started appealing to me more are also ones that will appeal to so many other people, and that is that one that just passed actually was a Triumph Tiger. And you know, you start getting into the which model Tiger they got now. Tiger has got a new 900 out, which looks like a pretty nice bike, but I'm looking at the 1200s, you know, because I'm not the littlest guy. I mean, I'm keeping it just over 190 pounds. And but when you go camping and things, you know me, you see my packing list. The kitchen sink has to be able to fit on the back of the bike too, so I need something that's going to carry the weight effortlessly, and that's what I'm looking at. So the Tigers, 1200s, and of course the BMW GS Adventures. And quite frankly, the Tiger and the BMWs, their price point is not far from each other. So that's what I've been looking at lately, and I can't stop. I'm definitely going to own one of these years. It may not be this year or the next, but it's definitely going to happen. And part of the reason also is that so when I went camping last year with Box of Chocolates and Mountaineer Outdoors, I was going across one of the mountains there on the other side of Charlottesville, and I will tell you, I thought that the motorcycle was running out of fuel. You know, it starts to bog down when the fuel runs out. But the truth of the matter is that I was going up a pretty good hill, and the KLR in fifth gear just was struggling. So I had to downshift to between fourth and fifth consistently just to get up that hill at anywhere close to the legal speed limit. And I know the motorcycle will go 70 miles an hour on a highway, but that's pushing it. You know, it doesn't like to. You're not getting much more out of it after that. So, you ever been on Interstate 81 in Virginia? And I'm sure the interstates in different states are the same as well, but I-81 in Virginia is 90% tractor trailers. And when I pass a car on the highway, even in my car, I want to get around them as quickly as possible. You know, you don't want to linger beside a car that you're passing, much less a damn tractor trailer. And the KLR just can't, it just doesn't have the balls to go around something like that quickly. So not at speed anyway, not at 70 miles an hour. You know, a 50 or 55, yeah, you can scoot around something, but at 70 miles an hour, it's going to struggle to go around a big tractor trailer. And you know, I would love to get into more adventure touring than I am right now. And I mean, the KLR is not preventing me from that. It's just that when I went down to visit my folks in Georgia year before last, whatever year it was, on the KLR, I took all back roads, which was fine. And but it took me about 4 hours longer than it would have if I'd have taken the interstate. And the main reason I didn't take the interstate is because I didn't want to, you know, go 70 miles an hour on this KLR for almost 500 miles at a straight shot. That was just going to be, I thought it was going to be too much wear and tear on it. So I took back roads. I enjoyed the ride. I mean, even though it took me that long, which wasn't horrible. I mean, it wasted an entire day to get down there and an entire day to get back. But the ride itself was fun. I like small towns. I like back roads. So that wasn't a problem. But you know, if I'm on a big leader bike, I'm loaded down with some gear, I could get on the interstate and get to my destination and see what I want to see and handle my business and get back, you know. So that's part of the reason I'm looking at these bigger machines. So what about you guys out there who have KLRs or other motorcycles who don't quite feel at home on the interstate at, you know, 70+ mile an hour speeds? Now, how far you find driving your KLR in excess of 75 miles an hour, or 70 miles an hour at one shot? I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that there are better ways to do it. And I'm telling you, these mountains are not made for speed on a KLR. You're going to struggle. You're going to be in the truck lane going up these mountains on a KLR at 70 miles an hour. Like I said, if the speed limit's only 40 or 50, 55, you'll be okay, but not much more. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I know I didn't put out a vlog last weekend, but I didn't have anything going on. It was hot. We've had a pretty good dry spell going on through here, and my grass is dying, and they're installing underground power lines, so there was a track vehicle in my backyard sometime during this week while I was at work chewing up the grass. They did put down some grass seed and some straw, but you know, that's not helping. At least it wasn't muddy. I guess it would have chewed the yard up even worse. But anyway, I'm sniveling now. Hope you guys have a good week, or had a good week, and this coming weekend I hope everybody has a good time. Talk to you guys again soon.
A few moments later.
So one caveat that I would like to mention about this new motorcycle lust that I'm having, and not brand new, I'm talking new to me new necessarily, may not have to be brand new, is that you know, the whole off-road capability. Everybody says those big adventure bikes are like riding elephants off-road, which is fine, because you know, I gotta face facts of reality here that I've only had this KLR off-road a handful of times since I've owned it. So you know, clearly my off-road capabilities are limited, as well as my experience. So the opportunities for me to go off-road aren't there, and why should I continue to think that I'm going to do a lot of off-roading on this motorcycle? So the off-roading that I would do on this, typically gravel type road, you know, would be the same thing that I could do on one of the bigger bikes. I just wanted to throw that in there. I forgot to say that earlier. What's up, guys? I just want to take this couple of seconds here to thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Please leave a comment, and I will always comment and get back to you guys. You know I always do. And if you're in the local area, or you're passing through and you got time and I have time, maybe we can meet up for a cup of coffee, smoke a cigar, go for a motorcycle road, go for a motorcycle ride, or even wet a hook out in the river or pond somewhere. I appreciate it. Y'all be safe, and I'll talk to you again on the next video.